Hey guys, Mauzy from Platinum Heroes here, and today we are going to look at IM Katowice 2024. We're going to look at who's participating, we're going to look at the groups, and we're going to have a look at a fun tier list, or rather create a fun tier list, and we are going to just have some fun trying to predict who's going to win, who's going to advance, who's going to get eliminated here and there, just based on the groups, right? So yeah. If you're not familiar, IM Katowice is not the World Championship this year. It is going to happen at ESWC in Riyadh. So it just got announced recently as of the making of this video. Probably this video is going to go live somewhere near Katowice. So yeah, it's going to be right around the corner. And what better thing to do is just to predict these people, these players, these awesome players who will try to put up the show of their lives, as Katowice is still a prestigious tournament and I still consider it one of the most fun times this year already. So yeah, let's see how this is gonna go, right? We predicted Katowice last year as well, so let's see who we are going to have this time. This time it's gonna be me doing it solo. And yeah, first of all, we have 8 Protoss players, 10 Terran players, and 6 Zerg players. So I'm not saying any race is imba, but Zerg seems beatable to me this year since there's only 6 players. I'm just kidding, guys. We have 3 qualifying players based on their summer and winter regional event results. Estrella from Americas, Oliveira from Asia and Korea, and Sarah from Europe, obviously. Then we have the 2 GSL winners, Maru and Solar. You have to note something over here. They have a different logo here. Yes, that is Team Vitality. And you might see something over here. Talon Esports and also R8 Esports. These are like kind of like fresh people. Well, not people, but like fresh teams in the SC2 scene. So I'm really hyped and really happy that these teams actually just decided to invest. And also you can see the Cloud9 logo here. That's also a recent one, so yeah. And if we're about to talk about recent ones, then yeah, Nada Sincere, also Mystery Gaming. So there's a lot of cool and new teams. We also have Matcherino Esports. There's a lot of nice teams. So I'm really happy to actually see this. And I'm really happy for StarCraft. Now, we have, as I said, Maru and Solar, and we have some players from the qualifiers. I'm not going to enumerate all of them as we are going to look at the groups anyway. So, yeah, let's move on to that. Now, looking at these groups, I've been looking at them very deeply, and there's one group, the group of death, D for death, where if you look at the first 4 names, and the last 2, you already see that the first 2 that will most likely get eliminated unless they do like some kind of an incredible dark horse run. No pun intended, as there's dark in this group as well. And one thing that is for sure, one of these 4 players that are considered favorites, Dark, Maru, Raynor, and Hero, is gonna get eliminated in the group stage. I'll leave you time for that to process it because it's difficult. The other groups are going to be potentially with 2 favorites to advance, and yeah, the rest of them are gonna be like, you know, anyone can take those spots. Maybe Group C is sort of has the 3 clear favorites. Obviously it depends on who you favor, but I'd say based on performance in the past and their reputation and everything, they have their nice performances every now and then, and they just are known to advance from these group stages. So Group A, we have the likes of Gumiho, Solar, and I'd say Hero Marine is probably, I wouldn't mind if he would advance. Hell, not that I wouldn't mind it, I would love it. Group B, obviously, Cure and Clem are expected to advance. Let's see if we're gonna get another Terran from these 4, or if we're gonna have someone like Stats, maybe Shin, formerly known as Ragnarok, and even Bunny can surprise us. So we'll see about that. We'll see how they will perform. Obviously, Group C, Serral, and potentially Estrella, I would say, and Beyond. These are three favorites, but I'd say Estrella and Beyond depending on their performance, they're going to have like an interesting run. As of the making of this video, Firefly is not my teammate anymore, but I am really mesmerized by the improvements that he actually went through up until this point. So I'm really curious, and I hope there's gonna be some bias here. I really hope he's gonna have a fighting chance for the playoffs. So yeah, we'll see. And Group D, obviously, as we talked about it, Group D for Def. Kind of sad, honestly, to say goodbye to group stages to one of these players, as we can see that only 3 qualifying spots. As far as I know, I think these advance in like they skip the round of 12 instantly. So yeah, we have round 12 and we have quarterfinals. So I think, yeah, these are going to advance. The first ones from the groups will advance into quarterfinals instantly. The other 8 players are going to advance to round of 12 and play an extra round, and then of course you have semifinals, finals, and just as you would expect the bracket stage to go. It's single elimination, so there's no lower bracket, which can complicate things, can give some people chances to do something, but that's not going to be the case for now. All right, we're gonna take them in order. No, actually, you know what, let's get the clear favorites out of the way. So I'd say sorry, this one, and I'd say something like this. So you have 5 favorites, at least in my opinion. I'm gonna keep them as the favorites. We'll change a bit based on, I'm gonna give you my thoughts on that. And yeah, other than that, let's go for the clear eliminations, or more or less clear eliminations. I wouldn't mind some chaos, by the way. So when I say these are based on like kind of like common sense and just, you know, looking at the group stage. Showtime and Cyan hit Group D, so I'd say with 4 powerhouses like Dark, Rainer, Maru, and Hero, they will have probably the toughest road out of everyone, even just playing those. So yeah, Demauer is probably gonna get demolished, so the wall is not gonna maintain itself too much or too easily, that's for sure. But maybe I still have hope for both of these players. Maybe they cause a huge upset. I mean, there's gonna be PvP, and that's gonna mean a lot. Now, a GSL winner, you cannot really sleep on a GSL winner, so I'd say we put Solar on in Group A, in A tier, so he has a chance to win. Clem has a really good chance to win. I'd say Cure maybe has a chance. I'll put him in B for now, as I'm not that familiar with his performance right now. I haven't seen him make so many waves. Hero Marine, I'll also put him in B. I want him to have a good run. Gumiho, I'd say, yeah, he's could have a good run. Oliveira, if he can replicate, he can have a good run. For some reason, don't get me wrong, I loved Oliveira's run in Katowice 2023. Like, that was probably the underdog story of a lifetime. But I'm just kind of skeptical, and I want to be realistic. Probably it'll not happen again. If it happens, I'm very happy to actually be wrong. I'm super happy to be wrong. Now, I'd say Bunny gets eliminated. I don't think he is gonna be that big of a threat. And I hate myself for doing this. I'm sorry, Stat. From my favorite Protoss since I started playing. I hate it so much. And I put it like this, so I want Showtime to advance still, like to compete for playoffs. Now, the rest of these players obviously are going to be like I'd say these players beyond Astrea, Trigger, Shin, that's pretty much it. Now, they can compete for deep runs, but yeah, it depends on how the bracket is gonna be set up. Okay, Scarlet, I know she has other avenues as well, but we also know that she has the potential to actually do good runs. So I'd say she can compete for playoffs. Obviously, Kellezer can compete for playoffs. Skillers, and I'm gonna put Firefly over here because I want him to compete for playoffs. I want him to advance into the playoffs, playoff bracket, and I want him to even have a good run because he's been improving quite fast and quite nicely lately. So yeah, it's really nice. Now, out of these, since we have that group of death with Raynor, Maru, Hero, and Dark, I'd say Dark will squeeze through, and either Hero or Maru will get eliminated. And honestly, it's not my Protoss hate. I really want Protoss to win. I really want Protoss to win. I really want to see Protoss lift a trophy for once already. But I just fear that Hero he has a chance to win still. But I won't consider him as a favorite. He's been looking awesome in PvZ. Lost to Serral in Masters Coliseum 7, but took the only map off of Serral. Had a disastrous, terrible throw against Serral on Road Z Station. I hope I pronounced that correctly. So yeah, if Clem can replicate, he's a favorite in the A tier to actually advance here and be considered as a favorite. It's somewhere in between. If he can replicate his Atlanta run, and I want him to replicate his Atlanta run, I want him to enjoy his time on the stage, not choke, not feel stressed out or something like that, and just fight his emotions and just basically just, you know, grind it out and just lift that trophy. It would be amazing for Clem, in my opinion. Now, I put these in this order for a reason. Not that I have anything against Serral. He's the GOAT. No questions asked there. He's above Raynor, stats-wise and everything. But I feel like Raynor has been working hard, and honestly, his personality just resonates more with me, you know? It's more of a bit of a personal attachment to that type of personality. I really like the overall person and the player, like the combination. Serral seems like, you know, the focused, very serious gamer. Raynor seems like he never forgets to have fun. So I'm really happy for that, for him in that regard. Now, obviously, Dark is one of my favorite players of all time. I love how he plays. Like, the man makes comebacks. He pulls off comebacks out of his ass even. Like, he's crazy. The man is crazy. I don't know how to put it otherwise. And of course, we don't sleep on Maru. Maru has the incentive. The storyline is there. He has to beat, and I wouldn't mind if he would go up against Oliveira at some point in the playoffs, and he would smash Oliveira. He would be like, now it's time for my demons to be slain. And he's gonna slay his demons and gonna complete a run, a very decent run, and it's gonna decimate everybody. I wouldn't actually mind to see that. So other than that, yeah, Solar is a winner, a GSL winner, and I love Solar. Like, Solar is really decent, and I just love how he plays. So I've been looking at Solar games, and I really like how he performs. Even though sometimes, and I'm sorry, Solar, I love you and everything, but yeah, the meme worthy plays are there, you know, with the nukes. If you don't know, just Google it. Solar SC2 nuke. You'll find the clips, I'm sure. Now, as I said, I want Hero to win, but it's a tough road. In B tier, I say, you know what? I want Hero Marine to advance beyond the round of 12. I really want him to advance to the quarterfinals at least. Maybe even replicate that 2022 run with top 4. Who knows? Yeah, I'd say, you know what? I want to see Trigger. I really hope Trigger can put up a nice and deep run. I just love seeing Trigger. Is like such a cool guy, you know. He's like gaming, and he never tilts his, like, you know, he always talks super deeply. He's one of those super high level players that you can actually learn from, because he has super decent mechanics, but he doesn't do those crazy things that you cannot replicate, like Hero does with, like, packs 4 stalkers in a prism and kills a 6k player just like that, you know, in a blink of an eye. That's it. He can do that, but he's not that untouchable, very weird playstyle, something that you look at and see like, oh yeah, this is the limit that you can get with Protoss. He's overall a standard player, and he has really nice gameplay to show. You can actually check him out on his Twitch. It's actually really refreshing to see someone at this high level. He's interacting with the chat. He's really cool. He always responds to everyone. He answers questions. Yeah, overall, just I want to see Trigger. I want to see Trigger have a deep run. Now, other than that, I want to see Bjorn actually perform decently in this tournament. And Estrella, of course, another American that can actually cause some chaos, so I wouldn't actually mind if he would. Other than that, the rest of them, I'd say Zerg bias and underdog bias. So yeah, this would be probably... I love Gumio, don't get me wrong, but Gumio is like, you know, he has those very cool builds and everything every now and then, and I want to see some of those, but I don't want to be disrespectful either. But I feel like sometimes you can consider him as a coin flip player. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. So yeah, depends on his form, of course. It depends on anyone's form. Just to clarify that. Now in C, I want to see Firefly, obviously because of bias. And I actually want to see Skillis, then Kellizer, then Polish fans will hate me for this, but I just not that much into, like, the one game that I enjoyed from Spirit, like, made huge waves in my opinion. Some people said it was epic. Some people said it was like the most boring game of all time. Is the one versus Rainer on Neo Humanity. So yeah, I would like to have Stats make a deep run, but I just don't feel like it. I don't know how much he has been playing StarCraft, but yeah, I don't think I've seen him qualify for GSL. Yeah, I am not sure, but I wouldn't mind if he would advance in the playoffs all of a sudden. Maybe he just finds his mojo and just eliminates someone. And remember, he's the Shield of Ire, and I remember watching a video from Artosis saying that attacking is why Protoss doesn't actually win tournaments. That's kind of like the TLDR. defense wins games. Or sorry, attacking wins games, defense wins tournaments. So yeah, the stats is the Shield of Fire, so you get the idea. I'm not sure who I want him to eliminate. Yeah, some old rivals in Marvin Zero, most likely also Hero. Yeah, I'm curious. We'll see. We'll see. I wouldn't mind to see him go up against any of those Koreans that he used to go up against back in the day. So I mean, his group is not the most difficult one. I think he could prove to defeat anyone from here, maybe except for Clem. I mean, that would be an upset for sure, but yeah. Anyways, what are your thoughts, guys? Sound off in the comments. This is your chance, and please let me know. I'm always happy to read all of your comments, and I'm happy to interact with everyone. If you're interested, be sure to check out my Discord. It's gonna be in the description, and I'll try to make like a watch party or something. Maybe a couple friends will just join, you know, and just casually watch at least the finals together. It's gonna be a really awesome tournament in my opinion. The field is stacked. Everybody has a good chance. Hopefully there's gonna be upsets, underdog runs, favorites achieving their goals, stories being finished, all that good jazz. I really like how this Katowice is unfolding for now. Also, if you're interested, I also have a casting channel, and I also will have a debuting variety channel, and I also stream 2 times a week over on twitch.tv/mauzy_TV. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to hit that sub button, maybe even ring the notification bell so you don't miss any type of StarCraft content here on the Mauzy TV channel. Love you all. Peace, love, hugs, all that good jazz, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Came for the